Our third time. If this keeps happening, if it happens again 3 times and I'm out. Come back. Come back. Hi again. If it happens again, that'll be it. You know, if it does it again, I'm out. Hopefully it won't do it again. Now that's 1, 2, this is the third time. Third time technically, because, well, second time if you don't count the first initial stream. Oh, man. Yep, I can see you. I can see your comment, Martin. I read your comment before, too, that I was stuck again. And I said, oh, crap. Yeah, this is annoying. If it happens again, that'll be it. It's kind of funny in a way, but then it's not. Like I said, I'm going to throw my slipper at my phone. I'm going to put my phone in timeout if it does it again. I don't know if it's my phone or the connection. Probably the connection. Screwing around with me on my birthday. The nerve. Oh, boy. Oh. Hi, Fur again. Like I was saying, if it happens again, that's it. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. If it does it again. Exactly, Martin. Because I'm over here yakking, you know, and no new comments. Then I realize, oh, and I'm saying, like, how many fingers am I holding up? I was going to do, how many fingers am I holding up? That's okay, Fur. Probably veganic tomato. I don't know, because I wasn't seeing any new comments. And usually, you know, there's people saying stuff. And it was stuck again. Yeah. And then I had, how many fingers am I holding up? Something. I don't know where everybody is for, I don't know what's going on. I think it's the connection. It might be the connection doing it. Something's playing tricks with me, with us. Of course, let's see, what time is it? Oh. Wait a minute, let me just check something here. Oh, see, Sky is streaming too. Sky's show, I think, is on now as well. Hi, Mr. Kaiser. I don't really speak German. I mean, my maternal grandmother was German, but she died when I was a baby. 9 what? 9 fingers? How about if I stick up this finger? Oh. Yeah, I only know a couple of German words. Because my mom told me my grandmother used to sing German lullabies to me when I was a baby. But she died when I was like 9 months old, I think it was. So I don't remember. And I know Deutsch, sprechen Sie Deutsch. is German. Ich bin Berliner. I know a few words. Yeah, like it's hot here too. It's 90 something out, I think. It's supposed to be 95 today, but you know, with the heat indices, it's going to push it into the 100 plus Fahrenheit, because I don't know Celsius. Yeah, my maternal grandma was German. Yep, she came from Germany when she was a wee babe. Because I feel like it. Journey's World. I like wearing hats, caps. I have a critical thinking cap too. Yeah, because I'm on my mom's side, I'm German and English. On dad's side, Irish and I don't know. My oldest brother a few years back had been doing a ancestry thing, but he stopped after a while. But on dad's side, I'm Irish because I forgot what county. The County Clare or County Cork. I forgot. Maybe that's why I don't like the heat. Because mostly pretty much Northern European, basically. Ancestry. My eyes are green. Oh, that looks funny. It looks like I'm go cross-eyed. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go to the free movie at the library today, like I mentioned before. You can still see the comments, Martin. Yep. No, never been out of the country. I've only been to Maine because I have relatives in Maine. That's as far as I've gone. Never been anywhere else out of the country or in the country either. But I can't afford to travel anyway right now. Hi, Dan. Hopefully you're over 18. Oh, yeah, you're up in Canada, yeah. Yeah, I don't like it when it's too hot or too cold. I like to be warm when it's cold and cool when it's hot. Let's put it that way. And I think the older I get, it's like with my health issues, the heat bothers me more. Some people are used to it, but I'd rather. Sometimes I'm tempted to go outside and turn the hose on myself. Yeah, extremes. That's all right. I know, and with the climate crisis, it makes making things worse. I feel bad for the polar bears, in particular. With the ice caps melting and everything. Hello, are you a snake? snakes are cool. Martin, I like it. Temperate weather, I guess you could say. I like the temperate climes. And I'm in New England, and, ow. My wrist holding the phone too long. Arthritis. Saying howdy. Anyway. What kind of snake are you? Oh, thank you, Lilith. And thank you for passing by and stopping by to say howdy. Yeah, I usually do my streams on Saturday. And, but I did it today because I did my birthday stuff Saturday. And have a stream on my birthday. Yeah, I need a tripod. I have to look. I wonder if Goodwill would have any. Oh no, Lilith, my birthday is today. It's not late, but thank you for the birthday wishes. Martin. That's what I'm talking about. That's a double. That can be taken as a double entendre. Give your hand a rest. That's what she said. Oh my God. Veganic tomato. Today I'm having a vegan pizza for supper later and watching American Graffiti. Just staying in the house and staying cool because I don't feel like melting. Oh my God. Oh boy. Fur wishes. Oh, that's cute. Fur. People are cracking me up. Gonna have me wheezing. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. I want to watch that one and Dirty Dancing. Sorry for the snorts. Oh my God. Help. Oh, I was hoping to have a fun stream, and oh boy. Got my wish. Oh shit. Oh man. I think some are having more fun than others. Oh lordy. Oh. Yeah, instead of Pee-wee's Playhouse. Yeah. My late brother could do a good imitation of Pee-wee Herman's laugh. Oh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I do need to, what's the word of the day? Let's make the word of the day fart. Farts. Like, they're gonna do a remake of Jurassic Park, but call it Jurassic Farts. Yeah, my late brother, he was good at doing impressions like that, like Yoda and Fozzie and Kermit. Kermit the Frog. In fact, I still have him in my contacts, my brother, and I have Kermit as his profile picture, or whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, let's make farts the word of the day, because farting is funny. No matter how old I get, I still find farting funny. I'm not gonna lie, I find farting very funny. And I hope I don't get stuck again. Because this is having fun now. I hope... Oh my god. Did it get stuck again? Oh crap. Oh no. Oh, that's good. I didn't get stuck. What? There's a saying in France, they fart higher than their arse. Oh my god, that's funny. I need a tripod, alright. Because my right wrist... Yeah, true veganic tomato. Yeah, you don't want to get a stuck fart noodle. Yeah. Ah! Farts! Dances with farts! The silence of the farts. The Wizard of Farts. The Farts Awaken. The Rise of Fartwalker. Star Farts. Or Fart Wars. Everybody scream. Ah! The Return of the Fart Eye. The Phantom Fart. The Lord of the Farts. They could also do TV shows like The Big Fart Theory. That's what the universe came from. A big fart is what created the universe. The Fart Strikes Back. I'm trying to think some more. That's a good one, Veganic Tomato. A bridge to fart. Yeah. Having a farty party here. You know, everybody's got a party horn in their butt when they fart. Oh, then there was that soap opera, As the Fart Turns. Um, Going with the fart. Yeah, the old party horn. You can toot away. Yeah, the farting dead. Yeah. Um, Buffy the Fart Slayer. Game of Farts. House of the Farts. Fartlander. Mad Farts. Instead of Mad Men. And these are all shows I love, so I can do that. Farts of Anarchy. You see, where'd it go? Where is it? Oh, I can't. I gotta get up and show it, but trying to think of some Everybody Loves Fartman instead of Everybody Loves Raymond. King of Farts. Oh yeah. My fart will go on and on. Okay, songs. Let's see. Now with music, I love a lot of different music, so nothing, but I was thinking like McFart will go on. My farts, my lovely lady farts. Black-eyed farts. Fart-eyed peas. Let's get this farty started. Hi, YT Cluck. The new people coming in are going to be wondering, what the hell's going on here? Martin. Yeah, you got to time me out. I'm going to keep going with the farts here. The never-ending fart. Never gonna fart you up. Yeah, poor confused people. I mean, we're talking. We're having a farty party here. I dare you to time me out. You can't. Ha ha. Neener. Yeah, the fartinator. Joining the farty party here. It's my birthday farty party. It's my birthday and I'll fart if I want to. Or no, it's my party and I'll fart if I want to. I can get on a roll with these things. Yeah, you can't time out the person whose channel it is. Ha ha. I'm immune. You can't time me out. Neener. Oh my god. Yeah, I get on a roll. A vegan sushi roll. Like that, like when you get Rick rolled, Rick Astley, never gonna fart you up. Never gonna let you down. No, it's YT Cluck. It's just me being my usual self here. I haven't had any beans today. I'm not actually farting right now. Just talking about them. Just talking about farts. Because like I said, a brain fart. Yeah, that's what I call it when you forget something temporarily. You know, it's just, and no matter, like I said before, no matter how old I get, I still find farting funny. You know how one of the expressions for farting is cut the cheese? One time several years ago, I was in the grocery store and I walked down one aisle and some guy there, I walked by some guy, he had farted, and I was tempted to say, go over to the deli, that's where they cut the cheese. Yeah, this is Pee-wee's Fart House. Let's see. Oh my God, there's so many songs. Yeah, because there's no getting away from it, Martin. You're stuck, especially if it's a smelly one. Or like they call the silent but deadly kind. You cannot escape the smell. Fear the walking fart. I know that Rolling Stones song, Start Me Up, well, Fart Me Up. And I'll never stop, never stop. That's true, Veganic Tomato. Because they're farting out the animal flesh. Martin! Oh my God, that's hysterical. Oh jeez. I'm sure your brother liked that. You know, like then there's the kind of farts where you just raise up one cheek and let it go. Often people drink too much beer and then, beer farts. I noticed, yeah. You know, that's why I'm glad I don't have a roommate anymore, because I can fart all I want and don't have to say excuse me. I'm trying to think. Hi, Chase Wise. Today I'm doing my birthday stream. My age is up, but it doesn't bring me down. Talking about farts here, because everybody farts. I saw this video once of an iguana in the bathtub and he let out a fart, and it was bubbles. Fart bubbles. Farty bubbles. Oh my god, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I know, it was a funny video, though, the bubbles that came out of his little butt. And I've seen videos where, like, a horse will fart and scare himself when he farts. Horse farts must smell like hay and carrots. Bunny farts probably smell like carrots. I've seen other videos where dogs fart and they look at their, like, what was that? And they, you know, came out of their own butt. Ow, I keep forgetting that. My right wrist is the one that I injured that time when I fell. If you get it, tomato, that's funny. Yeah, I don't light any, that reminds me of that show, 2.5 Farts. Stuck Fart Noodles would be a good name for a punk band, I think. If dragons farted, would it come out in flames too? Flaming farts? I was thinking of Game of Thrones, you know. The House of the Dragon. Fart. If you fart in outer space, nobody hears you fart in space. If a bear farts in the forest, did he still fart? Can you hear it? Here's my little. I got it last year from the Midsummer Renaissance Fair. I got it last year. It's got like a little. Oh, where the hell is it? I'm trying to make it so you can see it. It's supposed to be like a ruby because that's my birthstone. But I named this little. It's supposed to be for your hair, but my hair is weird. I can't stick things in it; they fall out. And I named this needle like what Arya named the sword that Jon Snow gave her on Game of Thrones. Could use it as a letter opener. Need a drink of water here. Yeah, I'm a lion. Hi, Marcos. Welcome to my birthday stream. We're having a farty party here. Yeah. I'm a vegan lioness, technically. Born in the year of the tiger. Today is International Tiger Day, by the way. Meow. I think that fart thing ran out of steam. Thank you, Marcos. Dan, you crack me up. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. You know what? Too bad you couldn't use farts to instead of gas in the car. Because then people could just back up to their gas tank and fart in it and use that instead of buying gas. That's what you call natural gas. Oh, there's that instrumental. There's an instrumental called Classical Gas. I guess that's what composers like Mozart, Bach, and Beethoven had. They probably had classical gas. Oh. Yeah, like on Big Bang Theory, Leonard being lactose intolerant. But I don't have to worry about that because we vegans don't drink cow secretions. Plant-based milk all the way. But fart power, yeah. Um I remember on that episode of Big Bang Theory when Sheldon thought he had a list of things that was bothering him because he'd been eating cruciferous vegetables. I remember when he woke Leonard up and they were going down the stairs and all you heard was like a fart and all it was gas. That was funny. Bazinga. Oh. What was I gonna say? Oh, I just had a brain fart. I read that comment. Now I had a brain fart. I was gonna say something fart related. Hmm. Bazinga and farts. I mean, I have a shirt that says Bazinga on it. Big Bang Theory. I also have one with Sheldon's face on it. It says, "I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested." Oh, you mean at the free movie at the library for? It starts at 1, but a friend of mine is going. She said she would pick me up if I wasn't still streaming. But I don't know if I want to sit for 2 hours watching a movie. Then I'll be sitting 2 hours, later watching American Graffiti and everything later on. So I just rather stay in my house where it's nice and cool and fart. Um, there's my Sons of Anarchy sign. Whoops, wrong way. Nope, that way. It wasn't like that when I got it. I had it in the window, the living room window, and it got faded like that from being there too long. Oh, gee. Oh, there's that. Remember that song by Kansas, Farts in the Wind? All we are is farts in the wind. Well, I mentioned Smart Dogs before and vegan pizza, Martin, and then I ate that Made Good bar, the birthday cake variety, earlier. That was before the first time my phone glitched or whatever the frick happened there. We can talk about, like I was saying, I might have a Smart Dog for lunch. Martin, I keep telling you, your eyes are going to get stuck that way if you keep rolling them. You know, it makes me think there's a thunderstorm coming, but it's your eyes rolling. I hear them all the way over here. How many thousands of miles away? Oh, yeah. For the new people here. Yeah, I noticed you mentioned that, and then I tried to go back to see your comment, and it disappeared or whatever, but yeah, some asshole, because that's what they are, some damn asshole is making accounts. I mean, it's happened to me and other people in the past, too. They make fake accounts and say a bunch of crap. And that's crazy. I know, Marcos, it's insane when people do that. Yeah, because somebody is using my name, but something about Jabba the Hutt or some crap like that. And it's happened to me before, and it's been quite a while since anybody's done that. But people who know me know I wouldn't say any anti-vegan crap, you know? It's like, I'm totally against anti-vegan trolls. You know, spray that troll away at them. Yeah, I'm gonna have a pizza. Unless one of my friends said she was gonna see if someplace near her would deliver a pizza, because she doesn't have a car. She doesn't drive. And she's gonna try to get me, like, you know, vegan pizza, which would have no cheese, just sauce and veggies on it. It would be delicious. Oh, Chase. Yeah, I believe you, Marcos. I believe there's idiots like do that crap. I hate that. They're so pathetic. Yeah, because I'm the real Cathy MacSkywalker. Well, you know, like, I'm the real Slim Shady. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? They're so pathetic, these people that do that. They have nothing more meaningful and more positive to do with their lives than do crap like that. It's pathetic. And people know me, know that it's not the real me. But, yeah. People like that. Trolls. I have zero tolerance for trolls of any ilk. Because I added that Mac part because rewatching Outlander to be funny. I want to try to change it to Cathy Fartwalker, like I was. Martin knows about that, the Fartwalker thing from last year. On Cameron's channel, that was too funny. Fart Club. The first rule about Fart Club, you don't talk about Fart Club. That was too funny that time. And I got that. That's why I bought that little bottle of spray from the hospital gift shop that time, because it said Fart Club on it. I just could not resist it. Because, you know, you use it if you do it stinky, but I haven't had to use it yet. But I had to get it because it was just too funny not to. Like, for a little while there, I was Cathy MacFeetwalker. Because of that thing on Bren's socials thing. I'm talking about feet. Oh, boy. Oh. Let's see. I think the farts have calmed down, but now my voice is going. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Talking too much. Nobody could have accused me of that when I was a kid. I was the quiet type in school. Oh, those are lovely little poems, Marcos. I would choose loud and no smell. Because the all smell and no noise are the silent but deadly, also known as SBDs. No noise, no smell. That's a lovely poem, Marcos. Those are... I like those. That would be so wonderful if us vegans did have our own planet to live on. A world free from animal abuse and cruelty, where animals are not exploited, commodified, or enslaved in any way, shape, or form. That would be so nice. A vegan planet, a veganic planet. Oh boy, I don't know. He's just looking at the temperature. It says it's 92, but I don't know what. It probably feels hotter than that out, and I don't want to go out in this weather. Nope. Too hot. I got my AC on, my fan going here, got my ice water, so I'm good. Oh, I do have a couple of those So Delicious coconut milk little ice cream sandwiches left in my freezer. I'm sorry to hear that, Fur. Well, Marcos, a world without them would be boring, but I mean, carnivore people. Because a world without lions and tigers and bears, oh my, would be boring. But see, the difference is animals don't have the moral agency we do. We have choices. We can choose kindness over killing, mercy over murder. Whereas wildlife, natural carnivores don't have those choices, and it keeps the ecosystems in balance, because without them, it screws it up. Oh, that's a quote from, oh. Yeah, because they don't have the choices, and true vegans don't advocate killing carnivores, natural carnivores, like some claim to be vegan that want to kill lions and others, because that's crazy. Worry about people, because people, choosing to be compassionate over being cruel. Because if people copy what natural carnivores do, like with lions, for example, poor lions always get it. Exactly. Animal killing is not veganism, not in any way, shape, or form. Because, like, say a male lion has a fight with the leader of the current leader of the pride, and he kills him, he'll kill the cubs so he can mate with the lionesses. So are people that always bring up lions, lions though, lions eat animals too. Well, they also commit infanticide. Are these people that say that gonna copy that too? You can't pick and choose. Exactly. We need to leave nature alone, because look what happened when we have. That's why so many species have gone extinct from hunting, poaching, and all that, and habitat destruction. And because look what happened. I always use the example of when wolves were taken out of Yellowstone. When they were killed, the system went all out of whack because the deer overpopulated. They ate the grass and the young saplings, so trees didn't grow. And that affected beavers, because beavers couldn't build their dams without using saplings. But when wolves were reintroduced, everything balanced out. There was balance in the force. Because, yeah, that's true. You can't just respect certain animals and not others just because of what they do, their natural behaviors. I mean, because when wolves were back in, because animals, the natural carnivores keep the herbivores in check, because they take out the weak, the sick, the old, and it makes those animals stronger when they breed, because they're the strongest, healthiest animals are the ones that are reproducing, if they're not fast enough, they're too old, they're too weak or sick, whatever, what have you, if they can't run. And I think the percentage is much higher of when a lion or a cheetah or somebody goes after a gazelle or a zebra, whoever. Most of the time, a vast majority of the time, they don't even catch them. So then, especially with the young to feed, the cubs will go hungry. So we just gotta worry about people being compassionate and realizing that eating animal flesh, mammary secretions, and chicken periods is not healthy at all. Because, for example, bacon is considered a #1 carcinogen by the World Health Organization. And dairy products cause breast cancer in women and prostate cancer in men. And eating flesh and other animal products causes a whole host of things: heart attacks, heart disease, strokes, dementia, diabetes, different cancers. So to me, in a way, that's karma. People that get those issues from eating flesh, that's karma. Exactly. We have no right to play God with animals. We know with wildlife. And we need to stop breeding domesticated animals into existence, particularly the ones slaughtered for food, for their flesh, and for their products. Oh, thank you, Marcos. I appreciate that. Exactly, Martin. We don't need their flesh. We're not calves. We don't need cow's milk because those cows are raped and their calves are stolen shortly after birth. The males are either shot in the head or they're thrown in a crate and killed at a few months old for quote-unquote veal. The females repeat the same vicious cycle as their mothers because cows can live to be 25. But in the dairy industry, maybe 5-6 years tops because their bodies are so worn out from being forcefully bred and their babies stolen and given the hormones to produce more milk than normal. Yeah, Dan, it's true. This is true. This is facts, and other people here will back me up on it. They rape the cows because they jerk off the bull. And the farmer sticks his arm up the cow's vagina, manipulates her ovaries, and injects the bull semen in there. That's rape. That's sexual assault, no matter how you cut it. That's sexually assaulting the animals. And we don't need milk. We're not calves. Those calves need the milk. And mammals have to be pregnant. Female mammals have to be pregnant in order to produce milk. They don't just magically produce it. And the calves are taken away. They're grabbed and dragged like they were a sack of potatoes or something. They're treated like they're not living beings. And then after a few years, like I said, because I've seen videos of cows with such enormous udders, the poor animals can't even walk properly. And then sometimes when their milk production wanes and they're no longer profitable because they're all in it for money, then they're dragged to the slaughterhouse. They call them downer cows. They're dragged by a chain around their leg. And these are living animals. They're in pain and they're treated like garbage just so people can steal the milk that's meant for their babies. And they're turned into cheap, they're turned into hamburger flesh meat. And a single hamburger at a fast food crappy place comes from more than one cow. And people that eat fast food burgers are eating the flesh of these poor tortured animals. They don't deserve to die. We don't need to eat their flesh. We don't need their eggs, because baby male chicks in the egg industry are deemed useless by them, so they're macerated, which means being ground up alive, in case people don't know. And the poor chickens themselves, after a couple years, because they're forced to produce more eggs than they normally would, like maybe they'd usually lay an egg a month, like a woman on her period, type of thing, because chicken eggs are chickens' periods. And that's disgusting, because birds have only the one opening, the cloaca, and everything comes out of that with the female, the egg, the poop, and everything. So anyway, after a couple years, the poor chickens, they get broken bones because their bodies are depleted of calcium for the eggshells. They're grabbed by their wings or legs out of their cages and thrown around and taken to the slaughterhouse, and their throats are cut. We don't need any of that. Baby piglets, they're 6 months old that are gassed and have their throats cut just for frickin' bacon. We don't need it. When there's vegan, plant-based alternatives to everything. You can imagine. And veganism is not a diet. So, exactly, it's like, people don't need milk. Now, there's plenty of food to eat, plant-based foods, fruits, vegetables, grains, rice, beans, lentils, chickpeas, peanut butter has protein. There's plenty of vegans that have muscles. Look at Chip, that Chip guy's channel. We eat more than carrots and spinach. There's plenty of stuff to eat that doesn't require animals being murdered, abused in any way. There's plant-based alternatives to everything you can think of, food-wise. Plenty of non-dairy items. There's all kinds of plant-based milks and butter and cheeses and ice creams and yogurts and everything. But plants are not sentient beings like animals. You cannot compare cutting a carrot to cutting the throat of a cow. Carrots don't scream and bleed and try to run away. Cows try to escape, as well as other animals, from the slaughterhouse, because they know they're smart. They can smell they hear the cries of the animals before them. They smell the blood. They want to get away. They don't want to fucking die for selfish reasons. And that's what it is. It's selfish. To value taste buds over animals' very lives. And that goes for sea beings too, because trillions of land and sea animals are murdered every year. The oceans are being overfished, and the bycatch is thrown out, they're either left to die. That's just a movie. It's just a movie. Just like people say, oh, Circle of Life. Well, that's just a fucking song from a Disney movie. It's not reality. The reality is animals are dying by the trillions every year because people are supporting their animal abusers that support these industries. Either outright killing the animals themselves or paying someone else to do the dirty work for them. It's still being an animal abuser. There's no truth in that movie. That's just an animated movie, just like Lion King is an animated movie. Reality is a whole different matter. Yeah, plants can't talk, and it's beneficial to use plants. Because by doing that, we propagate them. And world hunger wouldn't be an issue either, because the grain that's grown to feed these animals that are slaughtered for their flesh could be used instead to feed the hungry of the world. Yeah, I've never heard bread scream either. It's so ridiculous to base your morals on some animated movies. And that's another thing that's horrible too. We don't eat honey because that belongs to the bees. They work so hard to make the honey for themselves, and people steal it from them and replace it with cheap sugar water that has no nutritional value. And that's wrong to steal from others. That's stealing. Stealing the honey from the bees when they need it, we don't. Stealing the milk from cows and others like goats and sheep that people use their milk that belongs to their babies. That's theft. Because animal agriculture involves rape, theft, and murder. And that's facts. That's not some animated fictional story. These are facts. All you gotta do is go watch Dominion.org if you don't believe me. Anybody, Dan, go watch Earthlings. I'm not just talking about the food industry either, but animals on fur farms that are brutally murdered for their fur. And also animals that are tortured in laboratories for no good reason. It doesn't help us. So-called entertainment, like circuses and zoos and aquariums, are disgusting, as is horse racing, dog racing, bullfighting, all of that. And people that go hunting and fishing are animal abusers too. People that go out in the woods, they got to spend so much money on crap like camouflage and weapons and whatnot, and they go out and murder animals in their homes. Yep, we have no right to objectify animals in any way. Like the animals that are trapped in aquariums, they belong in the oceans. The orcas and dolphins and belugas and seals and all the fish, they belong swimming for hundreds of miles in the ocean. Like orcas are a matriarchal society just like elephants. Exactly, Marcos. We need to respect animals and cause the least harm possible. I respect all animals. We don't need to eat anybody, because that's a corpse people are eating. Someone's corpses. No matter what species they are, somebody's corpse. Somebody that did not want to die. And it's selfishness. It's greed and selfishness that causes animals, to be killed, whether it's the food industry, the fashion industry, fur, leather, wool, silk, down, mohair, angora, and cashmere are all derived from animals, and it's all cruel. Just like I when possible, I always look for products that are not tested on animals and don't have animal ingredients in them. Plus, I would never patronize a zoo, circus, rodeo. There's none around here anyway. Aquariums, none of that. Horse racing, dog racing, bullfighting, anything that exploits animals, nope. Hi, Dark Monster. Yeah, it's going good. Thank you. Now it's funny, go from talking about farts and stuff to talking about veganism. But yeah, like you just Another one that's good. This musician Feldy, he's done a lot of great videos, especially regarding veganism and animal rights. And I love that one by Goldfinger Free Me. That's told like it's pretty much from the animal's point of view. Yeah, because sometimes it's hard. When you're walking out, it's hard not to accidentally step on some ants. I mean, it's not on purpose. But, purposely killing a cow or any other animal for food, nope. And fish suffer just as much, if not more, because, and crustaceans, because, for example, lobsters and crabs, they can't go into shock, so they feel the pain even more when they're being boiled alive. Well, thank you, Dark Monster. Yeah, they are. Yeah. I'm just spitting out some facts here, like they say, about veganism. There's somebody trolling me that has a fake account with a bastardized version of my username. That's what it is. Yeah, all animals deserve respect. You don't have to love every single species. For example, some people don't like snakes for some reason because they're misunderstood. But, like I say, you don't have to love every single species, but you do need to respect their right to live. Just like you want someone to respect your right to live, to exist. I mean, suffering is a part of life because without suffering, there's no joy. But I mean, causing intentional suffering is not good. And that's what happens to animals in animal agriculture, animals on fur farms, and trapped in the wild for their fur. That fur belongs to them, not us. Just like feathers belong to those birds. Because they live pluck the ducks and geese. That'd be like somebody ripping the hair right out of your scalp. It's brutal. That's a good way to sum it up, Martin. Veganism is a moral stance against animal exploitation. Well, thank you again, Marcos. Yeah, spiders are cool. Because they do keep, if flies or mosquitoes get in your house and they're up there, spiders don't bother me. I like, those jumping spiders are so freaking cute. Those little jumping spiders. And then you get the big ones, the huntsman spiders that live in Australia. Now, they're good to have in your house because they keep, insects out. Because see, that's the point we're making too, Dan. Animals eat other animals, but that's natural for them. And like we say, they don't have the moral agency, they don't have the choice. And imagine if there was no natural carnivores out there, how many others, herbivorous and other species would be overrun, would be overpopulating. So that's why it keeps it in balance. But in animal agriculture, those animals are forcibly bred into existence. That's the big difference. A lot of them don't even, especially chickens and turkeys don't get to see daylight until the day they are sent to the slaughterhouse. I know, Dark Monster, one of my friends killed any spiders get into her house. She goes, I sent them to heaven. But there's a way to catch them. You can humanely catch them and just let them go outside. You can just, they have things where you can just take like a piece of paper and a cup and get them on the paper and put the cup over it so that they don't get away, and just take them outside and let them go. Yeah, because, you know, what if somebody did that to us? Suppose, just for an example, I know it's a hypothetical and I don't like hypotheticals, but if another species from another galaxy came to Earth, what if they did the same thing to us that we do to other animals, step on us? There's no such thing as being half vegan. You're either all 100% vegan or not. There's no halfway. And you can't respect animals and still eat them. It's not possible. That's just not possible. That's being speciesist. Some people love their cat or dog, for example, but they'll still eat cows and pigs and chickens, etc. You can't respect and love animals and still eat them or pay for them to be murdered. No. And like veganism, you're either vegan or you're not. There's no halfway. That's like a woman being half pregnant or something. You either are or you aren't. That's right for, I mean, some people are afraid of certain animals, but that doesn't give them the right to kill them. No, we're not forcing people to be plant-based, but non-vegans are forcing animals to be murdered for them. You've got to use your own, it's an ethical and moral stance. If you have ethics and morals, we align with our ethics and morals, and that's why we're vegan. Exactly, Martin. And like I'm stressing the point, we do not force people to be plant-based, to be vegan. If you can't find it in your own heart to actually respect animals' right to live, Dark Monster, I'm vegan. Vegetarian is not good either, because dairy and eggs, the dairy and egg industries are disgusting. And veganism is not a diet. Vegetarianism, but they support animal abuse. If they're lacto or whatever, if they eat eggs, they're supporting abuse. If you eat dairy products, you're supporting abuse. Yeah, we're vegan and plant-based. Yeah, and we respect other animals' right to live their life like nature intends, whether it's eating other animals. You can't change. If you changed all the wildlife, I mean, I'm getting sick and tired of talking about wildlife, really, you know? Because we just leave wildlife the hell alone. Stop breeding domestic animals into existence only to be murdered at young ages. Because chickens, they're only 42 days old when they're murdered for people for selfish people to eat. Because that's what it is. It's selfishness to value your taste buds over someone's life. And I don't need to hear those hypotheticals like, oh, what if you're on a deserted island crap? It's bullshit, because how many of us are actually going to be on a deserted island? Let's be honest here. Because the dairy and egg industries are fucking brutal. Like I was saying, they rape the cows, steal their babies. We're not part of nature. We're so fucking far removed from nature. But we have moral agency that wildlife doesn't. And I'm getting tired of saying that. But I'll defend wildlife all the time. We've got to stop forcibly breeding domesticated animals into existence. Stop breeding cows, pigs, chickens, ducks, turkeys, sheep. Any animal that's murdered for their flesh, stop breeding them into existence. Stop breeding cats and dogs, too, because there's so many in shelters. I volunteered at an animal shelter years ago. And there's too many people are idiots that don't spay and neuter their cats and dogs. They let them, they need to have at least one litter. That's fucking bullshit. I'm being totally honest here. Spaying and neutering is the best thing to do because it benefits those animals. Like, especially the females, the cats and dogs. A lot of times they're forcefully bred to produce more puppies and kittens so that they can be, sold. Adopt, don't shop. That's not just a cliche. That's right. Vegetarianism is hypocritical. Exactly. And there's nothing, like first said, there's nothing natural in breeding, torturing, and killing in slaughterhouses. But Dark Monster, that steak you ate was somebody's body, part of somebody's body. Go to a slaughterhouse and see how you got that steak. And yeah, it was once part of a cow who did not want to die. They brutally killed them. They're still conscious in the slaughterhouse when they're dismembered. Define human? We're human beings. People are humans. Animals are non-human. So people that still eat animal flesh should go to a slaughterhouse. Go watch Dominion.org. Go watch Earthlings. Go watch all this undercover footage like people like Joey Carbstrong, Mel and Steve have done. Go watch that and see what happens to those poor animals. They don't want to fucking die. I hate people using euphemisms like pork. That's a pig. That was pork and bacon and ham and such. That was once someone's body. Animals are someone, not something. There's no such thing as a half vegan. I don't kill spiders, so, don't say... I know spiders are arachnids. And I don't kill spiders, and like I said, there's no such thing as a half vegan. You're either full vegan or not at all. How hard is that to comprehend? There's no halfway with being vegan. Exactly, there's no such thing as a half vegan. What the fuck? Really? Oh my God, it's one of those ridiculous statements that anti-vegans or non-vegans. Yeah, I don't kill anyone either. We don't have to kill to survive. This is not ancient times. People bring that up. Our ancestors, though. Well, duh. This is the fucking present. This isn't centuries ago. Yeah. Exactly. Like that. That's what I was saying before. You're either, like being pregnant, you either are or you aren't. There's no halfway. Oh my God. Thank you, Marcos, again, for the birthday wishes. My food never screamed for its life. Their life. Yeah, our food, vegans' food, plant-based food never screamed for their life. I've stabbed a potato before to bake it. I've never heard it scream. I've cut up vegetables for salad. They don't scream. They don't bleed. They don't try to get away. They have birthday every day. That's a good way to look at things. But it is kind of funny going from farts to veganism, explaining it over and over again what veganism is. But hopefully people get educated, you know. Yeah, that's funny. Birth night, yeah. I don't know what time of day I was born. Exactly. It took me a while, as I'm sure a lot of vegans, it took a while to get to that point. But I don't want anybody to die for my food or my clothes or what I use, like healthcare products and makeup and such. I always look for the cruelty-free and also no animal ingredients like collagen or lanolin, anything like that. That is funny, Marco's birth night instead of birthday. But, you know what? You're going to have to excuse me for a couple minutes. I know I got to go do something. I'll be right back. Don't panic. Don't panic. Okay, I'm back. Oh, there's no such thing. God damn it! There's no such thing as a half vegan. You either are or you aren't. How many times does someone have to be told that? If you value animals' lives, you won't eat them. You won't pay for their murder. Because people that pay for that are animal abusers. exactly, veganic tomato. And that's another thing I've been thinking about too. We shouldn't use someone's intelligence as their right to live, you know? Because, for example, suppose there's people that are not, their mental capacity isn't like full. They don't have full mental capacities. That doesn't give anybody the right to kill them. So intelligence should not be a basis of respect, you know, of someone's right to live. Yeah, but plants are not sentient. They don't have a central nervous system. They don't have a brain. They don't scream and bleed when you cut them, when you pull them out of the ground or whatever. And if you're plucking a tomato off a plant, it's going to grow another tomato.